This is the town of Magbyg City. For the last 15 minutes, this town became a hustle and bustle of chain strip malls, ragged, run-down courses of old-school goodness, and made by two men who basically somehow managed to fire bottle rockets in the air and made a killing of it. What possessed two men to do something as strange and weird as this? We've no idea. But that is why we call it Magbyg City. Magbyg City. Where the Pepsis are sweet, but the bottle rockets are even sweeter. Magbyg City. Where the local law enforcement are comprised of famous pizza men and chefs of all varieties. And these were funded by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles of America. And as you can see over here in the town of Ryuville, an amazement was happening. Over in Shina City, there was the all-important library, the Ichigo Moscow Municipal Library. Many people were happy. How happy were they? They were very much happy. And still going strong in Magbygville. And yet something awesome was happening not too far from Magbygville. Something even more awesome happened. The town known only as Snorlaggburg. Well, actually not Snorlaggville, Snorlaggburg. Snorlaggburg, yes, that's right, Snorlaggburg. Because he was the only guy in RCO we could probably think of who should have a place of his own. And have a monument to his own success. Yeah, we'll just chalk it up to what happened. I made Magbygville off screen. In 50 odd minutes. But let's talk sensibly, shall we? The first thing I have to say is, well, I kind of know something on YouTube that I find really stupid. And that one thing I find on YouTube that is really stupid is how many people actually buy into subliminal messages. I mean, next to hearing, you know, it's the end of the world, which namely it ain't happening. I find myself, you know, just seeing how stupid people can actually be. I will definitely put that into account. Thank you. So I really think this town needs it. This town's okay. This town, it needs a little something more. This town needs people. More and more people. At least people that are somewhat connected to this town. And keep that connection in touch. On top of that, there should also be jobs. Not too far from the people. At least something simple. Something easy. Because Snorlaggburg is really a nice, small, rural area. Nothing too big. Nothing too crowded. Just something nice and simple. No, but really, you know, the one thing I kind of notice is how a plane crash. Wonderful. Where is this plane crash? Wow, right there. Sheesh. Well, I'm gonna have to fix that, aren't I? Yeah, let's fix that. By refixing it. They're still looking for survivors. Don't worry, they'll be just fine. Oh, yes, this place, yes. What was I trying to do? Long before that happened. Snorlaggburg, yes, Snorlaggburg. But no, seriously, the stuff I see on YouTube, when I'm not really, you know, uploading anything, I see some crazy shit on YouTube. Like, I think the one thing I see on YouTube a lot, which does not make a lick of sense, are these subliminal messages. And I see, not only subliminal messages, but, you know, stereotypes in Disney. All I gotta say about that is, guys, will you please shut the hell up? I mean, my God. Dr. Wright, what you gotta say? Very well. I mean, it's silly, you know. I think people kind of waste their time on, you know, saying what's good and what's bad. For me, it's like this. Why is it your concern? You know, it's just that simple. Why is it your concern about what's good and what's terrible? I mean, it shouldn't be like that, you know. Because I think I pointed this out, but you know, it makes no sense. Why waste everybody else's time by saying, "Oh, well, you see, this is going on and this is going on." What about the children? The children are going to be just fine. I mean, I look at this generation today, and children are just as smart as they are today as they were in the past. I feel the problem lies with the parents. it's like this. Since when was telling, you know, your kids about the birds and bees so goddamn hard? I'd like to know. Because, I mean, you know, you try telling your kids about the birds and bees, and you don't know how to tell them about the birds and the bees? What kind of parent are you? So flippin' scared about, oh, well, I don't know how to tell my son or daughter this. I feel that parents really do need to take charge of their families again. And I mean take charge as don't feel ashamed about talking about certain subjects. Trust me, your kids will thank you for it. Another thing I just don't get about, you know, certain parenting these days is, why do you guys have to be so goddamn stupid to just try to be hip? Please, whatever you do, don't try to be hip. I mean, it's hard. It's stupidly hard to make, you know, oh, well, you know, it's hip. It's cool. I want to spend more time with my kids. You know, that's fine and all. But don't make yourself into a douche while you're doing it. Because see, the real problem is, most people don't know how to be themselves. That's the problem. Most people don't know how to be themselves. And I adjusted my mic a bit because when I was making up the city, it was just, you know, it was nice and it was everything. And I made jokes about Pepsi and Montgomery Ward and, well, you know, I was just... You know, I was just making stuff up. Making stuff up as I was going along with it. I was just rolling with it, dog. Just rolling with it. Alright, how we doing? That's good. It's not that I don't care, but it's like, why are you trying so hard? Don't try so hard! See, certain things shouldn't be that hard. Parenting, of all things, shouldn't be that hard. Trying to make something happen shouldn't be so hard. You know how many times I've actually heard, well, you gotta make something happen. Yeah, you do have to make something happen. I feel, out of personal experience, that you should make something happen. Don't just wait and expect something. You should just make something happen just because, it's needed. You need a catalyst. Sometimes a catalyst is needed. So yes, I decided to put in Magbyg Town and Snorlaggburg together in one video. But no, really, you should make things happen, It shouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm trying to wait for such and such. It's like I tell my girlfriend, even though you don't like going to school sometimes, you gotta do it. I mean, if all things, succeed, that's what you need to do. Hell, I make books for a living. But my thing is, trying to find some inspiration to do it. I usually think, if I were to make things happen, I would make things happen. I still make things happen, even though it takes me a while to do certain things. Personally, one of the things I find interesting is that when you're doing something like this, you really have a lot to say. Not many people can actually, have a lot to say when you're trying to build something. But I do. And I don't mind, because, I like building. I like building things. I mean, it's silly, some things in this world you make so unnecessary hard, and you shouldn't. I mean, it's just that simple. It shouldn't be so hard to just do one little thing like, you know, like, oh, this happens and I don't know what to do in my life. There's so many things you can do with your life. Like I said, I'm an author, but it's so hard for me to actually get a good idea going. Because very often, when I do get a good idea going, I will usually take my work with me. And when I take my work with me, it usually means one of two things. I'm either going to make a poem or I'm going to write a book. I mean, how many of your peers do you know that's ever made a book? Of course, I have my share of pet peeves too. It's a good thing I can talk about this because the one thing I really never liked, and to this day I really can't stand it, is being compared. I really can't stand that. I really, truly, honestly cannot stand being compared with somebody else. And it's kind of like this. I hear, well, this person's doing such and such. Why don't you ever do such and such like this person? I choose not to. I mean, that's how I've always been. It's hard being me. It's really hard being who I am. Not many people can say that, but it really is hard being who I am. Namely because, I let it be known. Yes, I am this person. Yes. Whether you like me or you hate me, I'm just gonna be me. And, no two ways about it, I'm gonna be me, and you can either accept me or not. I don't care. I'm not losing any sleep over it. Sometimes, you can always say, oh, well. Sometimes, and this is not something I usually say very often. But I'd like to say, you either like my work or you don't. Why are you trying to say I should do this, in which I'm really not into that, And like I mentioned this before, some people tend to overstep their own boundaries. I think in the LP community when, you know, you have viewers and you have your fans and then you have your supporters, you have some people that will somehow they will overstep their boundaries. And they need to be known, and they need to be put on a need to know basis. You need to know that I don't like it when you know this happens. I mean, that's how I honestly feel. You know, some people just need to be told, look, when you overstep your boundaries, you know, sometimes, you know, you just gotta lay down the ground rules. Me, I usually hear, this person's doing such and such, this person's doing such and such, Sometimes I get some miffed because, you know, I don't really get enough credit. For the many videos that I've ever done, I don't get enough credit. Just a little something, you know. Just a tiny smidge. A little thank you, you know. I mean, that's all I ever ask. Just a little thank you, you know. Whether I'm doing LPs or I'm doing something else. Like making a new book or something. I mean, hell. I barely get enough for what I do. I mean, I barely get enough for what I do on a daily basis. So can you just imagine? How I would feel after all this. Yes, even though I have random stuff I'm thinking of, and it's off the top of my head, I can't help but think about it. It's just the stuff I watch, the stuff I think about, you know, it's all aimed here. The reason why I never talk about these things is because it's usually Don't worry about it, you know. Just let it roll off. Just let it roll off on you. Don't worry about it, it's no big thing. Sometimes it is to me. Sometimes it is to me. So I had to talk about it. I had to get it off my chest as much as the next person. I mean, just like when people, just like in this game, you know, there's going to be a rise, there's going to be a fall. I'm not really worried about it because, you know, that's nature. But sometimes you have to get it off your chest. Sometimes you have to talk about it. Not enough residential areas, I see. There should be more residential areas. At least a nice tiny bit of residential areas. And they should all be connected in some fashion or form. In this area? Well, now. We're gonna have to get rid of some things, aren't we? If you guys don't like your residential area, or at least the traffic, well, then you guys are gonna have to take the metro. So, no more of this. That's right, no more of this. But you say more roads are required? I don't think so. if there are going to be more roads to be required, it's going to be around this neck of the woods. But the question is, where? Perhaps right here. And we need more people. Wasn't quite done with building roads. There. Sure, I'm getting lucky now. Damn. Yes, well, that is the point of having a city, isn't it? These are rough times, my friends. And rough times mean you need the Burning Rangers. Why, that's a wonderful idea. Glad you pointed out. Well, we don't need that many. We don't need that many. I mean, jeez. Well, industrial areas, well, you know, they gotta do their job, right? You need more roads. Denied! I know the banter is really random, but hey. We don't need that. There we go. You guys didn't tell me squat. You guys still aren't telling me squat. Yeah, plane crashes happen all the time, dude. But you know, among the main things that I could possibly do at this point, the madness, which is SimCity, well, actually, Project SimCity, will stop here. And in the next part, we will make the next city somewhere in this vicinity when we do come back. So with that, I have been the Tenkaichi of Gaming, PI7, and this was, of course, Project SimCity.